Ever been hit by a car? Let's keep it that way. CanBike Manitoba presents Bike Traffic Skills, a guide to traffic safety. First things first, most people don't know that it's illegal to ride on the sidewalk in Canada. That is, unless you're on a kid's bike or signs tell you otherwise. Cycling on the street is actually safer than riding on the sidewalk. You're less likely to be cut off by drivers exiting back lanes and side streets, or running into joggers and their dogs. Also, there aren't any rules or a code of conduct on sidewalks and pathways like there are on the road. When you're riding on the road, it's important to remember that you have all the rights and duties as the cars around you. So to ride properly with traffic, just remember MVPC: maneuverability, visibility, predictability, and communication. Be the MVP of cycling. Leaving yourself enough room to maneuver is important, since potholes and car doors can be a cyclist's worst enemies. Ride about a meter from the curb and at least 1 meter from parked cars. Don't hug the curb when you ride. That's where garbage and road debris gathers, and motorists might try to squeeze into the lane with you without slowing down. If you're riding on a narrow street with no shoulder or bike lane, you may take the lane. Keep in mind you might encounter frustrated drivers who are unfamiliar with your right to your own lane. So if you feel uncomfortable, consider taking a route with less traffic. Railway tracks that intersect the road at a sharp angle can be tricky to ride over because your tires can get caught in the track grooves. When you're riding up to the tracks, change your position so you can meet them at close to a 90-degree angle. Remember to signal your intentions to other drivers and don't swerve suddenly. Many vehicle cyclist accidents are caused by lack of visibility. Road positioning, bad weather, and time of day affect the visibility of cyclists. Wear bright clothing when you're riding during the day, and if you plan on riding at night, you'll need a set of bike lights, a white headlight on the front, and a rear-facing red light on the back. Another important aspect of cyclist visibility is the direction you're heading. Always ride with the flow of traffic, never against it. Traffic is never looking for cyclists going the wrong way. When riding in traffic, it's important to behave like traffic. This means stopping at red lights and stop signs, just like everybody else. And always ride in a straight line. Don't weave in and out of parked cars. Motorists will have an easier time navigating around you if you aren't weaving in and out of traffic. When stopping at an intersection, you might be tempted to move towards the curb. Stay on your riding line to maintain your visibility. And watch for impatient drivers who might turn in front of you. Don't stop or ride in a turning lane if you intend to go straight. Just move to the rightmost lane that takes you on your way. When approaching a lineup of stopped or slow-moving traffic, resist the urge to pass on the right side. Motorists won't expect a cyclist to suddenly appear to their right and may turn in front of you without warning. Passing on the left side is okay. It's important to be predictable when making a left turn because this often requires crossing traffic. First of all, never turn left directly from the far right side of the road. Whether you're turning left from a single-lane road or from a street that has 2 left turn lanes, the procedure is simple. Position yourself in the rightmost lane that takes you where you want to go, while remembering to signal and shoulder check often. If you're riding down a one-way street, the normal riding position is to stay on the right, just like on any other street. When you're ready to turn left, signal your way over to the center of the leftmost lane and make your turn from there. Try not to enter an intersection next to a vehicle. You won't be able to see their signal light if they decide to make a last-second turn. Instead, make sure you're either slightly behind or ahead of the nearest car. Be especially careful of larger vehicles like trucks and buses. They can't always see you, and their wide turns may cut you off. If you don't feel comfortable turning with traffic, you have the option to proceed through the intersection, dismount, and redirect yourself. Communication is important for anyone traveling on the road. Since a cyclist is much smaller than any vehicle, you need to assert your presence and make sure that other drivers know what you're doing. Proper visibility and positioning are the first steps. Shoulder checking is crucial anytime you want to change lanes or tire tracks. You won't always hear the cars behind you, so shoulder checking is a good habit to get into. Shoulder checking also acts as an early indicator to motorists that you're thinking of turning. Just like all drivers, cyclists must signal their intentions. Practice all your hand signals so they become second nature to you. Try to make eye contact with drivers when necessary, so you know that they can see you. Now that you know the ins and outs of traffic safety, it's time to get out there and enjoy cycling. Have fun. Ride safely.